Good evening, Rush Nation. Welcome to the 5 Yard Rush NFL podcast. I'm your host, Project Hail Mary, the Joel Hewitt. I'm here with Project Mary, quite contrary, Alex can't see the words for these words, and Project Mary, Queen of Scots, Pete Melia. How the devil are you doing, boys?
I'm good, thank you.
It's a really difficult thing of three Marys.
That was
That's
quick.
what I was doing while you were all talking about theatre. Yeah, you all right?
Yeah, very good. Very, very good.
We're all quite smiley. The sun's out, and we've labelled our show sad. Should have been March Sadness. We realised this as we were hitting go. That's on me. But such is life. As anybody who's been watching or listening along knows, we've been going through the stages of grief of the NFL off-season, and the second to last stage this week is sadness. But before we do that, how is people just in general? Are we okay? We're not sad.
Not
That's
sad.
what I'm hearing.
Not sad.
Okay, that's
Never
all
sad
right
with you.
then. Sad for me.
Never sad with you.
Oh, okay. Never sad. I thought you said you were sad for me. I was like, oh god, this is how you break the news live in front of fives of people.
Just goons who come through your door and take you away.
Yeah, just get like black bags, just there we
Yeah.
go, and then all of a sudden the name changes from the off-season champion to host.
Yeah.
Look at me, I am the captain now. All right, let's slip straight to some news. Let's do it.
Zazu.
Yes.
Sir, news from the underground.
Zazu, sir, news from the underground. It's been one of them weeks where a bunch of stuff happened last Monday before the show, and then a bunch of stuff happened a few hours after the show, and then this week a bunch of stuff dropped like yesterday. And I guarantee when we go off the air, some other things will pop up. But we're starting to get a little bit more in there. Obviously, the craziness of the legal tampering period was just mental last week. So that did kind of give us an entire show's worth of things to talk about. But now we're off the back of that and things are starting to settle in. We're not quite in the everyone having their draft board out and over speculating. I think we get a little bit of free agency and some news before we have to settle in with all of that. I've just realized that someone left in the Placer news item. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. I just popped that in there to keep the news segment open in the notes, and obviously that's from Anchorman. So we're really kicking off with some pop culture today, and I appreciate that very much. I don't know if these are in any particular order, but I think Waddle to the Broncos for a first, third, and fourth round pick swap is worth talking about.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest news of the day.
It's too much.
I don't think it is.
Is it
No, I don't think so. I don't. I think Broncos were 14-2 last year. With
Right.
not great receivers. Cortland Sutton was the main guy, and then it was like Marvin Minden, who's more of a return specialist. They didn't have a lot of guys there, so getting him a true one. Sutton's 30 now, so he should really be kind of a wide receiver too there. Get a real alpha there. It makes a lot of sense to me. He's only 27, I think, Jalen Waddle. He's very, very fast. He's very talented. I think he'll thrive. I think the pick was the 30th in the first round. So
Oh yeah, I suppose when you think of it in that sense, it 3 picks later, it's the second round, a third, and a fourth, isn't it? Like
exactly, it's 3 picks different to what Chicago paid for Chase Claypool, and in that scope, it's the best trade ever.
Well, if we're going with relativity.
But yeah, if you said it was the first pick of the second round and a third, you'd be like, yeah, that seems like a really good deal for a difference maker. Right at the end is probably a 50-50 chance at best they can get a wide receiver of that quality. Probably slightly less than that, even a wide receiver heavy class. So,
I really
I
like
think
Jalen Waddle. I think he's great. I think he was kind of buried a little bit under Tyreek Hill, but also that left him open a bunch more because you got Tyreek Hill there. I mainly just appreciate his celebration. That goes a long way to me. Like having a signature move, that's great. I call my eldest daughter the Penguin, so like when he's like getting one of these, that's great. It's a good time for everybody. I try and get him on the fantasy team when I can for that reason alone. And look, yeah, he's put up numbers, and the Broncos, like you say, they could definitely do with somebody of his talent and speed. It's just all good for Bo Nix. I don't know if like he's worth two players, and is the fourth. They kind of benefit from the fourth swap, don't they? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think if you look at it think of how the situation is in the AFC West this year. You've got Mahomes potentially starting the season injured or missing the beginning of the season, so they might take a little while to get going. They're in a little bit of a dip. The Chargers are building, and they were good last year, but the Broncos were better, and the Raiders are in the middle of a rebuild. So now is the time to really, really go for it in that division. Strike while the iron's hot.
As someone that's got to now face Jalen Waddle and Cortland Sutton twice a year, I hate it. Because he adds, like, the one thing the Broncos didn't have was the complete and utter 4-2, 4-3 speedster that could take the top off everybody. Now they have. Now that's awesome. Great. Amazing. Good job, everybody. Bo Nix is going to get loads of time in his pocket, and he's going to just launch stuff left, right, and center. Great. Amazing. Thanks, guys. Woohoo. Look forward to seeing that twice a year. I can guarantee you, when he does the little waddle thing in the end zone of the Chargers, I'm going to throw a hissy fit. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to absolutely explode. My head will be on Mars, like I'm Mark Watney from The Martian. I will absolutely go crazy.
I'm just glad that there won't be any Chargers fans present to see it happen. So that's the one thing. Tourists and people who stumbled upon it thinking it was a Rams game, maybe. But Chargers fans, they do not. On the flip of this, Alex, what do you think of like Miami? Because I'm starting to get real. I mean, they're obviously like rebuilding, but I'm getting, how I was too obnoxious about the Panthers last year. I'm pretty certain that I could get behind the Dolphins this year. I'm like, just watch out. So, what do you think?
It now depends on if A-Chain is going and absolutely breaking down his general manager's door and going, I'm next. I was already next. Why has Jalen got there? I was next. It was me. You told me I was next. Why is he there? No, it's not fair. It's not fair. His agent must be getting absolutely blown up because it is not fair on agent. But if he stays, he's going to get 500 touches and 2,000 yards.
Yeah, it's for last year of his rookie contract as well, so he's only got to survive one more year here to get through it.
But in a year where they've got 8,000 draft picks, it's looking. They could end up just building this really like phenomenal team. He's stuck there for a year, and then he might just see something or other that works for him. Other than that, there are a million running backs that you could just like slot in there. H.M.'s great. I really like the guy. He's not like generational talent or anything like that. So if he needed to be out the door, fine. You could draft a third, fourth rounder. You could get in like a veteran presence. Like just there's plenty of people out there that you could kind of like replace him with, even if you had two cheaper guys to like drop in, drop out. I've got a sneaky suspicion that the Dolphins, if they draft right, they're gonna wow some people. I'm just looking here. So they've got 2 firsts, a second, 4 thirds, 4th, 5th, and 2 7ths so far. I don't think they've stopped there.
No, and they've got decent picks next year as well, haven't they? Because it was They got decent picks in for next year as well, I think. The interesting thing on this for me is that before this trade happened, back on the Broncos just briefly, the Broncos had not added a single player to their roster. Nobody, no trades, no free agents, not a thing. Now going
Did they lose many?
Not too bad, to be fair.
So kind of run it back. They were,
exactly
third overall.
Yeah, so they're very much banking on we can do this again. Because if you've done that and you've lost your first and your third as well, you really need your players to basically stay at that level and not get found out. So they've shown a lot of confidence in the squad, but it's risky, has to be said.
But on the flip side of it, we said this for the Bears last season. Oh, look what he's managed. Look what Caleb's managed to do with 1 year of a really good head coach. Look what Bo Nix has managed to do with 1 year as a really good head coach. Like, look what the entire team did. And Joel, you'll know more than I will, but Sean Payton's really good at building that team.
Yes, he is. And if nobody's seen the Kevin James movie, the way he plays Sean Payton, you'll see that he could do it at high school level as well. I've lost Alex. There he is. He's okay. Other moves, not super exciting. I'm going to go with Kyler Murray first because that happened, Thursday? I don't know. It was just like a random day where everyone went, yeah, thought so, and then carried on with their life. The best part of this has been like the memes coming out of like I think my cousin Chris sent me one where it's mini me with the letter opener, and then Austin walks in and it's like Kyler Murray, and then 9 walks in through the door and it's like so. I thought that was quite funny. The Vikings' chance of winning the Super Bowl did go up from 1.5% to 2%. If you zoom in on the graph, it looks like there was a massive spike when Kyler Murray signed, but when you look at the actual numbers, it's 1, 2, and it's gone up a little bit there. Joking aside, I really like Kyler Murray. I drafted him on my fantasy team last year. I had big hopes for the man. And Sam Darnold did perfectly fine behind that O-line. Kyler's a better player than JJ, in my opinion, obviously.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that could be quite fun to see him back there. I don't think it's a competition. I think he's just there to take the job, prove himself for a little bit. He's league minimum, cost them $1 million. The Cardinals are paying him $37 million to not play for them. Or something daft. Yeah.
And he's on a vet minimum in a really, really great team. It is perfect setting for him. It really, really is. And his stats, and I'll just post a thing in the chat, I don't know if you can get it up, but if you look at his stats versus some other big quarterbacks, and the one was like Goff, Mayfield, and Stafford, where he's basically better than all of them in most key metrics like completion percentage and everything else. His touchdowns, his yards, his rushing yards, passing yards, touchdowns, interceptions, everything like that is pretty comparable over his first 7 seasons with Josh Allen. Statistically, he's been very, very good. Now, a lot of that is gadget plays. A lot of that was bolstered with a really, really high play rate when he was under Cliff Kingsbury, but he can deliver. And he's now got a fantastic coach, a great team all around him, a Hall of Fame caliber wide receiver 1, still in his prime. They brought Aaron Jones back as well, didn't they? So they've still got that 2-headed monster in the backfield as well. So look at this I think this might have been before last season. This was after the first 6 years of his career. But it does kind of tie in. In fact, no, it must have been about now. So yeah, his record was really good. Obviously, it has to be said that Mayfield was on the Browns and Stafford was on the Lions for those first 6 years. So I think the QB record can be ignored, but better completion percentage, more comparable touchdowns, slightly fewer interceptions, a lot of rushing touchdowns, a lot more because a lot of his game is that rushing. So even though he's a little bit down on some of those passing stats, he offers a lot more rushing. So he's been a really, really good
No,
quarterback.
it's just looking at rushing yards as well. Him 3,000, everyone else 400, 800, 400.
Yeah, 31 touchdowns to 10 or 7. I'm surprised Goff's got 10. That surprised me. And that was in a fantastic team. That was a Super Bowl run with Goff, getting to the Super Bowl with the Rams. So he is good. You need to tailor your offense. You can't not. But I think he will succeed there, and it's an annoyingly good pickup for zero risk. He's like a lifelong Vikings fan as well, so it's just a dream come true for him. He'll get the starting job, guarantee it, because you're not starting 9 over him, are you?
No. Well, I'm not.
Yeah, and everything else is set up there, so it'll be really, really good. Yeah, so good for him. I'm excited to watch him this year, and I'll be overdrafting him in a lot of fantasy football leagues as well.
I think the other difficult thing that you've got to look out for as well is that this does need to work for the Vikings, because if it doesn't, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs, and a lot of people are going to be finding new teams. JJ is one of them.
When's his contract up?
That I couldn't tell you. That I wouldn't have an absolute Scooby-Doo's about. But like, there were already trade me rumors this year after playing 1 year with 9, and he was already being the drama queen wide receiver 1 that we've come to expect from AJ Brown. So like, if this does not work, I think they will have to get rid of JJ. Justin Jefferson, by the way, for anybody that doesn't know.
Yeah, not the number 9.
Yeah, Jefferson will have 1 year left. He's got 2 years left, obviously, this season to go, but he's got a year left after this. Yeah, great pickup. I think it's the right solution for everybody involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does this launch, like, because, we're the number 1 fantasy show on the podcast currently, because we're the only fantasy related show on the 5 Yard Rush Network at the moment. Does this improve Justin Jefferson's stock by a lot? Is he now top 3?
Top 3 pick? Oh, like overall? This is tricky because I think his volume of targets might not be as high as it was in Kirk Cousins' day, because Kirk was a pure pass catcher. But Murray can deliver those bombs, and he can get those deep, big point plays, and they'll score more touchdowns. So he'll be much better than last year. I probably wouldn't take him top 3, but I would top 6, probably 5, 6. I would take him because I've got confidence in him and in the coaching around it. So
yeah,
better, but not quite top 3, I don't think.
Would you take him wide receiver 1?
No. I'm not taking over Jamar Chase. Not a chance.
Is it still Jason on the case? Yeah, I was going to say, like, I'd take him over Jamar Chase just because Joe Burrow. That's my issue. That's where it falls to me. Like, Jamar Chase obviously chat that a little bit because he didn't have Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is still going to get hit 100 times. So then Chase isn't going to catch the ball, all of that. So I think Kyler being a little bit more sneaky, as people have pointed out, he's like a toddler when they steal your keys, like when he starts running around, which we like very much. I think in make time, make space, I would consider Justin Jefferson. If I was going like wide receiver in the first round and I was in the top 5 picks, I would hope that he would like make it to me and that other people were going for the flashy running backs.
So would you take him over CD or Pickens?
Yes, easily.
St. Brown?
Yes, again, I think actually, because I'm on the Lions drop off. So like I see the Vikings getting better. I see the Lions getting worse, and it's not about the receivers themselves. It's
No.
everything around them. It's the
Yeah.
person throwing the ball at the end of the day for me. And I really like Kyler Murray. I took Kyler Murray in our draft, like I said last year, and took the Cardinals number one receiver. I can't remember
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Marvin Harris Jr. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have been a winning combo. It was a real dice roll. Like that would have set me right up, but neither did very well, obviously. So
Yeah.
I could see myself doing the same again, get Justin Jefferson first round, come back around a little bit later in like the 7th, 8th to get a Kyler Murray. If somebody doesn't drink too many martinis and reach too high. Pete.
I am not promising anything.
Yeah. Speaking of people that I always draft too high, Hollywood Brown. Somebody's put wins with the Eagles on a 1-year deal up to $6.5 million. Why is that a win? Who put this?
Because I did a typo.
Oh,
I think I spelled it wrong in autocorrect. Picked the wrong word.
excellent. I like that. Yeah, cool.
Because I
Um,
don't think he does win.
No, I don't think it matters. I think all it says really is they expect. Who's your man?
AJ.
Believe. Oh, AJ Brown. Yeah, that's what was throwing me. Oh,
Yeah.
then if he keeps his number, we can keep the jersey. They saved
Yeah.
a couple of quid there. Yeah, no, that makes
Nice.
sense. Yeah,
Harry
yeah,
Roseman
well.
always thinking big picture.
I like Hollywood Brown. I think he will catch 3 touchdowns this year.
Yeah.
That
I
will
got
be
450 yards, something like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, a sweet 450.
It screams that, doesn't it? It screams, I don't know, 25 catches, 350 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. You're looking at your pamphlet and you're going, and also ran. It's like, yeah.
He couldn't, if he couldn't do it with basically no competition and Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball, and Patrick Mahomes was lighting up first half of last year, and Rashee Rice was out, and he was against what? Juju and Worthy. It's just basically nobodies. He's certainly not going to do anything with Jalen Hurts throwing the ball and he's behind Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, and AJ Brown, and Dallas Goedert. He's just going to be a guy that probably put him on special teams. He's only worthwhile if Brown gets traded, and that only happens if it's an in. If that doesn't happen during the draft, it's not happening. Is my opinion on it.
You think they've convinced him enough to stick around?
I think they've said you're under contract.
Yeah.
And they've said,
fair enough.
we'll trade you, but only for the right price. Nobody wants to pay the right price. Now, they might change their mind in draft if somebody falls to them and they go, that's the guy we want. A bit like how they got AJ Brown when they traded because the Titans wanted Treylon Burks, which was elite planning from them.
Nailed it.
Yeah, we'll get AJ Brown even cheaper.
We'll get AJ Brown even cheaper back over to the Titans. That was the long game that they were playing here. I see what's happening. And then all of the Titans fans can wear their old jerseys. Or can they segue? Oh, see.
Nice. Beautiful.
Beautiful. They can't because they went from having quite a nice one. And they had redesigned not long ago, actually. Or I guess it must be 5 years because they've got to keep them for 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. To this. It's fine. I'm glad the Flames went. It looks a lot less like a tramp stamp. I'm talking about the Titans logo currently. It looks like they've forgot to do the shading, which was kind of weird. I didn't think the fact that it looked like a sword was the problem. I had a problem with it looking like an album cover from the band A. That was my issue. Weird colored fireball didn't scream Titan to me. Big, huge swords did. So I was like, I see what you're doing there. And they did what everything keeps doing right now. And they've made it horribly, I want to say monochromatic. I don't even know if that's the right word, but it's a bit dull in it.
It is boring. And do you know what? I've looked at that logo. I've seen it so many times. Until you just mentioned it, I never realized it was supposed to be a sword.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, how is that a sword? I thought it was meant to be like an oil rig. I was like a thing for for that,
The
and I'm
Houston
so
Oilers, yeah.
confused.
I mean, it looks most like a Smash Brothers level, to be
Yes.
completely honest.
Yeah, this is who you're representing on Smash Brothers. That's what was in the back of my head, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting rid of the flames, good. Horrible for the tramp stamp community, because I'm sure they had a great time with that one. But yeah, this weird, just like boring white thing. I know why they've done it. It's because they're boring and it's cheaper to print now. It's all about money. No one has any style. And look at the actual uniform on the left. That was nice, two-tone, bit of difference, bit of color. Even the more recent ones, up until obviously like a couple of weeks ago, the shoulders had the split thing, and also went to a point like a sword. By the way, everybody, I can't believe I'm having to explain this. And now it's just they look like, well, they look like the Lions. To be honest with you, that's it to me. They just
They
another.
look like the Houston Oilers, which they just need to get over it. They're not the Houston Oilers.
They
They're the
certainly are
Tennessee
not.
Titans. Lean into who you are, not who you were way back
Yep.
when.
Yeah, it's not a great move by them.
No.
The logo reminds me of the ship from Wall-E. And I've got no idea why.
I think I can, yeah. I understand.
SSB Normandy.
Boring and white. It's just really dull. And then they've the one thing that I saw like promoting it was they sent a bunch of free stuff to country singer and problematic human being Jelly Roll. And he's a long time Tennessee Titans fan and bully for you, mate. But he's like, oh, this is like fire. And all. I don't think he said fire because they got rid of the fire, but you know, whatever the cool kids say. And he's like going ape over it, and I'm just looking at him like, this is dull. This is dull. It's a single color thing. So do better, everyone else that's about to have the exact same redesign. Yeah. I'm not. I don't have high hopes for the Falcons.
I mean, at least their current uniforms are garbage, so they can't surely get any worse than what they've currently got.
They still got that like fade that goes from like black to red. I like that. I thought that was cool.
Oh, I made them look like a burnt tampon.
It gave him real like 90s goalkeeper vibes. Like that's you know when they used to get weird. That's what
it'd be cool if you went into that and just went for the real kind of Umbro 90s. That would be mint. Just go wild with it.
Any African World Cup team.
Yes.
Grab any single one of them, isometric shapes and hidden panthers and all sorts of good stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's all I've really got to say on the Titans' new uniform and the logo. Boo, boring Titans. I'm gonna let somebody else, whoever wrote number 6, write this one. Can go ahead and announce it. Go.
Al-Qadim Mohammed, he was on the Lions last year.
That's Al-Qadim. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, the defensive end for the Lions. He was kind of a rotational piece, but he put up big numbers. It's quite an interesting pick. 11 sacks, 20 QB hits, and 26 pressures. That's a lot to try and replace for the Lions, even as a rotational piece. And I think he will be for the Bucs. But if you can produce that kind of number as a not necessarily a big starter, the Bucs have got a good D-line. They might have somebody quite at the level of Aiden Hutchinson, who's obviously incredible, but they've got a very, very good defensive line there, and I think he'll really contribute. So I think that's a cracking pickup for them.
Yeah, we talk about depth all the time, which is why I find it crazy when you get rid of somebody that has put up those kind of numbers for you, like in Detroit. Probably there's going to be some like shifting around contracts, and we want to keep him and get rid of those, and yada 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 yada. But if any team cannot afford to get rid of depth, I would say the Lions, who just love to be injury prone. They're a real 49ers, aren't they?
Yeah.
It don't make a great deal of sense. I think it's a great pickup for the Bucs, who are quietly getting good, while the rest of the NFC South are making slightly more splashy moves. The Buccaneers are just putting in the work in odd small pieces like this, and that scares me slightly.
Well, obviously when I say they've not got a player of the, I need to backtrack a little bit. They don't have a player of the likes of Aiden Hutchinson. They've got Vita Vea, defensive tackle, who's obviously incredible, but that will open lanes for him. But I meant more as an opposing DE. But there was a lot of talk of Mike Evans left because he didn't want to go back to play for the coach. Yeah, he wasn't happy with obviously the dip that they'd had from the year before. And it really tailed off and got really in the mad to the back end of the season. He's like, I don't want to. That's why he didn't go back to the Bucks. He just didn't want to play for that coaching staff.
I mean, the dip they had was kind of in part of him being like injured for 11 weeks. Just going to chuck that one out there.
Well, yeah, and Godwin being injured as well, wasn't he? He missed a chunk of time as well.
Yeah.
They didn't have a fit wide receiver.
They had Ibuka.
Ibuka missed 3 weeks as well because he was there and then he didn't come back the same guy because everybody kind of figured out, oh, Baker's only got one guy to throw to. Let's just triple cover him. What's he going to do now? Oh, the answer is nothing. And then Baker got hurt with this routine shoulder thing because he's way too reckless and decided to run with it. And they just fell off a cliff, as you are completely right. But the one thing that they didn't do a lot or very well last year was get after the quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. As a New Orleans Saints fan and somebody who wants to see the Panthers do well, watching the Bucs not get many sacks or even pressures really did help. This will help that, 20 QB hits, 26 pressures. And I mean, I don't know enough about defensive ends. Is he likely to be starting for him? He's not going to be a rotational piece.
He's 100%.
There you go. That's an up for Mr. Mohammed there. So good for you, man. Go get paid.
I don't know if they'll change their scheme as well.
Now you're talking inside football to me. I don't understand the schemes particularly well. So I've tried. I've done the book for dummies. I've watched a bunch of people break it down. I've watched, and this is by no means a misogynistic thing. I've watched one of a lady on TikTok explain it to women, and she's like, "Come on, ladies, you need to understand how football works." I'm like, "You are absolutely the TikToker for me," and she still couldn't get me to work out what a 4-3 was. So bless them. They all tried, but I don't think I'll ever quite understand.
Because I have a feeling they ran a 3-4 last year.
They do. Yeah, they do 3-4.
So
imagine your edge rushers in a 3-4, your edge rushers are cornerbacks. Think of it in football terms. In a 4-3, your edge rushers are wing backs, and they're more further forward. Basically what it is.
There we go. Now everybody knows. See?
So if they switch to a 3-4,
they play 3-4 because he's playing outside linebacker.
Right. Okay. So yes, if they swap to the one that we've just discussed there, which is a 4-3, then he would be able to get out and make more of an impact.
Potentially. Yeah, I think their strength is their tackle room, so I can't see them moving away from having 3 tackles. I think they'll stick with the 3-4 base because Vita Vea and the other guys have got alongside him. I don't see them moving away from that. But who knows? Got Logan Hall and got Ashawn Robinson they've just signed as well as a tackle. I think they'll be good and they'll be better than they were last year, certainly, even without Evans.
I think that's the most technical inside football we've been on this podcast.
That's good. That's good. And nobody saw it. We're not even live. This is actually, Alex, your intervention. We just had, this is the only way that we could do it. About halfway through, we had to get as he starts drinking.
Shutter Island online.
Yeah. Good on Algren, though. He avoids paying a lot of tax because Florida.
Yes.
That's why you retire in Florida. Speaking of, no, can't find a way to do it. Fields, Justin, signs for the Kansas City Chiefs for a 6th rounder and the Jets $8 million salary. Immediately as I saw this, I text everybody I knew the same joke, which is the headline will be former Jets QB goes to the Super Bowl. So The Jets are really good luck chucking all of these QBs. So I'm happy that Fields is going to be there. Gets to do what he kind of should have had behind Russell Wilson and sit behind Pat. Hopefully get that kind of Sam Darnold rub where he spends a bunch of time with a bunch of coaches, sees what it's like, plays, well, not necessarily plays, but is in big games situations, listens to the play calling, gets to watch it, gets all of this firsthand experience, and then can either stay as the backup, enjoys where he is, enjoys just getting like all sorts of new jewelry, or then he gets picked up by a team ready for a push but without much money, and then he can start for them, and we have a renaissance for Justin Fields. I know, Pete, you had some other things to say around Justin Fields.
I think good for him getting an actual decent coordinator and coach as well. He got there just in time as Matt Nagy left. He's not had the best of luck with OCs. He's not the best OC in Chicago. He certainly didn't in Pittsburgh or in New York last year. So his issue has always been very, very talented, very fast, very strong, cannon of an arm, and he's accurate downfield. His deep ball accuracy is really, really good. His short play stuff's terrible because his processing is bad. And I think a lot of that is poor coaching. Some of it's on him, but he's apparently off the charts intelligent. So I think a lot of that is coaching. And with a good coach and a good head coach, it can only help him long term. He's got a lot of traits and he needs to get good and he needs to get that starting opportunity quickly because so much of what he relies on is his pace. And he's 6 years in now. So 5-6 years in, I can't remember when we drafted him. Same year as Trevor Lawrence. No. Yeah, same year as Trevor Lawrence, wasn't it? Yeah. 5. He needs to get that opportunity soon. Whether he gets it in Kansas, I don't know, because it's up in the air whether Mahomes will be ready for week 1 because that torn ACL is expected to start. But if he doesn't, you know that they can game plan a week or 2 for Fields and the defenses won't know what to do with it. Particularly, they've got a decent running back in Kenneth Walker as well, which will really, really help. It's really, really nice for him. It'd be interesting. I hope he gets his opportunity to play with a good coach and actually get some game time for him because I like the player. I like the person as well. He's always come across a really, really good guy who needs an opportunity. But his slow processing has always held him back.
If there's a place where you don't get slow processing, it's the Chiefs. It gets beaten out of you really quickly.
Yeah. Bieniemy's a brutal OC. He will just be like, go hard, bang, 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 and he'll drill it and he won't take any fools. He'll make it happen. But they'll also scheme players open or scheme easy reads for him as well, which is the more important thing as well. So he can just warm into it, which is never really hard.
So it's going to be like the movie Whiplash, is what we're saying here for Justin Fields. He's going to essentially just get beaten to be an incredibly good jazz drummer. Well, I never saw it. I just saw the clips of it. I assume it was jazz.
It is jazz, and it's incredible.
It's
Black Swan for dudes.
Yeah, the
Black Swan was Black Swan for dudes. Don't give me that.
Yeah, fair.
The movie is incredible, but the one thing is that Miles Teller's character's a grass.
Was he a bit of a tattletale?
Yeah, like he grasses up the dude for being overly mean to him.
Was he mean?
For everybody.
He should.
No, absolutely not.
The guy's a psycho. No. He even admits it. Anyway, spoilers for a 15-year-old film.
But stitches get stitches.
But then, and he does get his stitches because then he goes back to him and is like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad for you. There's a couple of people that don't do this," and then he gets stitched up live on stage and has to pull something out of his ass.
Boom! Snitches get stitches.
Not literally.
Not actually. Literally, doesn't like do pull a drumstick out of his ass.
I wonder where the spare sticks come from sometimes when you're watching a band.
Out of his backside like the Necro sword. Just
Speaking of Necro Sword, this one threw me. The Colts signed small forward. Quote, no, I'm not kidding. They signed a fudging college basketballer, Carson Tout. Based on language alone, Alex, do you want to...
Yeah, so Carson Tout played for Notre Dame or whatever, however you want to pronounce it. And he was
Hunchback ways.
he was destined to go as a unrestricted free agent because he wasn't going to make basketball professionally. So he's 6'8".
Tight end.
He will be a tight end. Yeah.
Yeah. Played basketball in college is one of the best games you would play when watching Jimmy Graham or Antonio Gonzalez. I want to say
Antonio Gates.
Yeah.
Tony
Yeah,
Gates didn't even play college football. He only played college basketball and Hall of Fame tight end. That's mental.
That's 6'8" though. That's decent. I bet he's got a big wingspan.
Yeah. So Tout this past year averaged 12.4 points a game.
And
I would drum up 12.4 points a game.
The most recent player that came to mind of a basketball player that played tight end was Mo Alley-Cox, who didn't play college football, only played basketball, gigantor, and then got picked up as an unrestricted free agent by the Colts.
Yeah. They just keep trying the same thing. Didn't they draft arguably the best tight end last year as well?
The second best tight end.
All right, lovely. Settle down.
But yes, they did. But if he's that big, he's predominantly a blocker, isn't he, and a big play threat down the field. We need to go and do a jump ball, get a guy that can jump better than everybody else, and he's already taller than everybody else.
I do miss the two tight end lineup type of thing. I don't like to bring up his name, but the Gronk Hernandez years, it was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he just didn't know that.
You see it more and more as well. The Rams played loads of three tight end sets last year. It's becoming the new normal now, just to have multiple tight end sets because they're getting so much better, and the coaching for tight ends is getting better. You're getting more capable players that can be blocking and receiving threats as well.
Fair enough.
Yeah, be interesting to see how he goes.
Here for it. Alex, bring us home with this news story. This is definitely you.
Yeah, it was.
I need someone to explain this to me with sock puppets because I'm not happy.
So it was rumored if Kyler Murray did not go to the Vikings would ask about Derek Carr from the Saints.
Nice.
The Saints wanted a second-round pick for Derek Carr as compensation.
Fair enough. Too high.
Which is what the Vikings said. They then went, this is too much. We're not going to pay this. The Cardinals, if they didn't get to a Tagovailoa, or the Falcons, if they didn't get to a Tagovailoa, would also have gone to Derek Carr and gone, how much? The Saints would have gone a second-round pick.
Nice.
That's too much.
Oh.
The Jets, if they hadn't signed Geno Smith, would have gone,
yes.
Is Derek Carr available? The Saints would have gone a second-round pick. The Jets went, we'll think about that because they're dumb. Why? Why is this a thing? Derek Carr's retired.
Yeah,
he's retired.
For him. Let him have it. Get a fifth.
Exactly. He's never going to come back and play for you. You don't want him to play for you. So why not?
If anything, you want him to play for your enemies because you've seen how he can play.
Yeah, and they're all NFC teams. So, you're an NFC team. Duh. Yeah, but certainly I'd offer him cheaper to an AFC team just in case. But is Derek Carr is all right. He was all right, and he's not played. So he'll be less than all right now, I would imagine.
Yeah, he's healthy, but with no game time or anything like that. So
yeah,
the Cards have not lit the world on fire. even when he was good, he wasn't. Oh my God, it's Derek Carr. Like he was never that. He was top 10 every time he was good. It's like his brother David is. He works for ESPN or NFL Media or whatever. He's never been the guy, has he? No one's ever gone, oh my God, David Carr's on the telly. We have to watch now. Yeah. David Carr's on this broadcast. This is the best broadcast that we have to watch. I'm not watching ABC. I'm not watching Peacock. I'm not watching any of them. David Carr's it. No one's ever said that. And no one's ever said that about David Carr either. No one cares, Derek.
I say it all the time. When the Saints got Derek Carr from the Raiders, my favorite tweet, and may go down in my top favorite 10 tweets of all time, was from a Raiders fan. Said, I'm going to miss Derek Carr. When we needed 4 yards, he would get 8 yards. And when we needed 10 yards, he would get you 8 yards. And that really summed up Derek Carr for me. And I enjoyed that quite a lot. So, yeah, don't care. But I'd have got something. Christ, I'd have taken a packet of Rolos.
Yeah.
Just anything.
You would have then amazed and astounded multiple Americans by them discovering what Rolos are.
I've brought up Rolos before because I've talked about the Jags Rolo helmet. Bring that back, by the way. If we're doing throwback jerseys and things, I think we should throw back to 2017.
By the way, really underrated chocolate. Rolo is like a really underrated chocolate.
Yeah, I think so. You don't see many Rolos out there, actually, to be fair.
Above a Munchie, 100%.
Oh, yeah, it clears a Munchie. Easy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I would go as far as saying a Rolo is better than a Twix.
No. Hard disagree. I'm a big Twix fan. Rolo might be the best of the. I know there's going to be some cream egg truthers. It might be the best of the McFlurry variants, though. Love a Rolo McFlurry. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think you might be right. But you can get a Twix McFlurry, which then adds a bit of biscuit in there.
Yeah, I think the proportions don't work as well.
I think it's soggy if you leave it too long, don't it?
I was going to say we should save this for the off-season McFlurry podcast, but we're in the off-season, so let's just keep going.
Yeah, 7 deadly sins.
There's like a Milky Bar one. Yeah.
That one's not very good. I had that the other day. The Milky Bar one is not very good. It's really not.
White chocolate doesn't work very well with ice cream.
No.
And I will stand on that hill and shout from the rooftops because I'm not really a big chocolate guy. I don't really care for it. I don't mind a white chocolate, but you stick a white chocolate Magnum together, boring. It does nothing. They're too white. You need
the raspberry. Always white chocolate and raspberry. That's
the goated Magnum right there. Or the one with the nuts on the outside of it. That one's unreal as well. That's a top tier Magnum. Sorry.
Decent. Anyway, no. This is what the off season is all about. Anyway, on to the top of the show. That was pretty decent. Welcome to March Sadness. I'm just going to keep calling it that. We've gone through the stages of the off season, aka grief, and this in the second last of our series of these is March Sadness. So just a few things that that make us just a little bit sad right now. We've gone through anger, bargaining. Can't remember the other one, and we're on to sad. So. I'll start. I'll bring us down. I don't think I've got any sad music that I can let's just have a look. Got some booze, dance pop, lo-fi, feeding the ducks. That doesn't sound right. Is this music you feed ducks too? I don't know. Okay, maybe we get some more next week for arguably going to be the best week, but I'll leave that one out. I'm going to start with the obvious one. It's 5 long, dark, cold weeks until the NFL draft. We've had a glimmer of what fun it is to have some actual news and something going on last week with free agency kicking off. And even this week, there's been a couple of things, but now it's going to be pretty grim for 5 weeks. And in about 2 weeks, we are just going to get revisions of big boards. And this makes me very sad because I like to just leave NFL Network on while I'm working. So you just bang it on, stick it on a loop, watch Good Morning Football 3 times in a row for some reason. I assume it's East Coast, West Coast stuff, but yeah, and then you just get into mock draft season, which sometimes absolutely fine, and there's some goods to be had in there. But when you have a literal NFL Network that you have to try and fill almost 24 hours a day, you are starting to struggle. And then they even make a big deal about one person, I can't remember who it is now, putting out their only board. It used to be the guy that ended up being GM for the Raiders. I can't remember his name now.
Mike Florio?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, look at you with the recall. Yeah, and there would be like a show where they've spent 4 weeks of people with their big boards and doing all of this, and then we would get to it and be like, but wait for it. This is the one and only time he's going to show off his big board, and everyone would lose their minds. And I think there's probably still somebody at the moment, probably Daniel Jeremiah, I assume. But yeah, so I'm pretty sad for those reasons. Does anybody else like this weird moment in time? Usually I don't spend a lot of time thinking about the NFL, and then I cram in some draft knowledge 2 days before the draft happens.
Yeah. You do a lot of it, but the issue is not even that it's big boards, it's just that they start to just do weird and wonderful and things and wacky picks just to farm engagement, and it just gets really tedious, really tedious, because it's just that what of this, particularly when you don't watch college football, so we don't particularly watch it, what of this is just hot takes and what of this actually makes sense. You almost have to go to the Twitter comment section in response for any kind of common sense response to some of these, which is a tragic state of affairs, has to be said. If that's
go to one single kind of source for all of my college football stuff, and that is YouTuber Brett Coleman.
Yes,
he's fantastic. He does a lot of like other stuff as well, but definitely around this time of year, I like pay for his Patreon and stuff and get his like weekly breakdowns of each kind of like skill position and stuff, and he really like goes into it. And then there's a full draft like podcast with a mate of his where they actually explain reasons why people would be picking in certain situations. They're not clickbaiting. He spends a lot of time actually going around and scouting and watching a lot of stuff. So yeah, he's one that I do keep an eye on, and I try and stay away from all of the clickbait headliney stuff.
Yeah, he's.
No, cool.
I was just going to say he's really, really good. Although he does have this reputation of, if he really, really likes a guy, there's like the Brett Coleman curse, which has become like a running joke, isn't? Be saying this like, I really, really like this guy. Oh, he lost his leg on the way walking down the carpet to the draft. And if he's all in on somebody, just be all out, because it will go completely the wrong way. But as a general rule, overall, he's fantastic.
The NFL draft version of the Drake curse, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh yeah. If Drake shows up to your game or wearing your jersey, sorry.
Yeah. Just dip out. Don't even bother. But like, I will build on it. Like the other side of it is that when you read these draft boards from Daniel Jeremiah, from Mo Cappuccino, from all these guys, and you look at it and you're like, oh, might go to the Browns at pick 5. Well, that suck. He's really good. Browns aren't terrible.
What makes Alex sad is the possibility that good players get landed in Cleveland.
Like, the Jets are going to get the top edge rusher. He's actually really good. He's got a wicked first step, and he's got hands that are the size of plates. Oh, no, he's just going to suck on the Jets until they trade him year 4, and then he's going to win a ring. This is just sad. And then Caleb Downs, who I already hate because he missed all the playoffs, dipping out on his team. He's going to go to the Bengals and play with Joe Burrow. Good. Oh, yeah, we're just rewarding bad people for good things. Great stuff. Amazing. Well done, Caleb.
That's the concept of the draft, Alex.
Yeah, you suck. You get to choose first. Go on.
Yeah. There's a limit on joy for your team. Too much joy in the season, less joy in the off season.
Yeah, actually, as an aside to the sadness, Pete, what's it like for you nowadays? Because like being a Bears fan all of those years, going into the draft, it was quite exciting because you were like, "Oh, we're like gonna get some quite high picks." What's it like being a regular person? Because I've never lived on your side of the fence. Really, the Saints always pick bang in the middle. It's boring. You've gone from like fun picks to
it's really rubbish because you know you're going to get for several years. You've known you're going to get either the best player in the draft or a top 2 player at their position. So you're looking at the absolute elite guys. Like last year, it was, we're going to get Genty. A lot of it was Genty. I only really heard the mutterings of Loveland maybe 2 days before the draft that this is a guy that we think they've got their eye on. And yeah, so you're like, yes, we're going to get Caleb. Oh, we're going to get Tyler Warren, that was considered, or Ashton Genty and all of these big name guys. And I'm just like, I don't even want to get my heart set on a player because they might be the 4th or 5th, and all it takes is one person to just go to do what we do with Loveland over Warren and just flip it around. You're like, well, I don't know. I just need to draft. I just need to look at the top 10 safeties and the top 10 defensive tackles and then hope I like a lot of them.
So how does it feel that in 5 weeks you're going to draft safety Emmanuel McNeil-Warren?
I will be over the moon if we can get a lightning fast good safety because good God, do they need it. But yeah, it is less exciting. It makes this part of the year less exciting. Last year was really exciting. The year before wasn't really. When we knew it was going to be Caleb, all of the drama and all the excitement had gone. But the year before, it was like, oh, we're going to go down a right. We're going to go Jared first. We're going to go... No, Jared was the Caleb year, so we're going to go Jalen Carter or down a right. And I like that. It's something to look forward to. If you know day one, we know who we pick. We know who we're picking. That's it. It's done like Titans last year with Cam Ward. You know what's going to happen. Raiders, you know your first pick. You're going for Mendoza because they've got 2 first rounds, haven't they, the Raiders?
Yeah.
So at least they've got something to be excited about. Yeah, it's not so fun at the back end.
No, it's not. It's even worse when you're just in the middle in the sense just keep picking up a center every year or what feels like it. Just excellent. Cool. Thanks. Great. Oh, how exciting. Stay up until 2:00 in the morning just to be like, don't know who they are. Won't remember them tomorrow. It gets rough out there. But yeah, that's right. What actually boo-hoos you though, Pete? What makes you sad? We're getting through this process. We're healing together.
You talk to me or to Alex, sorry?
Pete would be you.
I'm going to talk on that note and a similar thing to kind of carry on. Losing players to free agency. And it's really, really tough. Particularly, like obviously saying it as a Bears fan, we've not really minded that much the last few years because all the players have been rubbish. But when you've had, and it happens for a lot of teams, and it's happened for tons of teams now where you look, we just had a really, really good season. It's been really exciting. It's been a real it's felt a really special season. And then some of those really big players, Pro Bowler and Sean Wright's gone. All Pro Kevin Byard has gone. All Pro, kind of all Drew Dolman, I think was All Pro, definitely Pro Bowl center has retired. We lost Tremaine Edmonds, who looked really, really good before injury and had some really big moments. And he was kind of that face of the Chicago, after every game. And he was kind of the face of the team. And all of these players that are really big leaders that then you have to go, because of the salary cap and because we're trying to get younger and faster on defense, we're losing all these players that we love. And it feels like a lot of that heart of the team has been gutted. And that sucks. It really, really does. You're hoping that the front office can replace with like for like or better. And they've brought in a couple of good players and a couple of less sexy picks. But they need to have another really good draft next year. And that's always a bit of a crapshoot. And you see it for other teams as well. Like the Ravens have lost everybody. They've just lost so many players in free agency and other teams, and that sucks. that's the downside of the salary cap, I think.
Yeah, yeah, I understand that. Around this time of year, I mean, the Saints don't tend to. I've never really been like, oh no, they've gone to free agents. But I can imagine when you're as in the weeds as you are, like with the Bears, where you do kind of grow attached to them. And last year had a good run, so you don't really want to see a great deal of movement. So yeah, that kind of does suck. And kind of off the back of that, one of my points of sadness was players who I'd promised becoming lost to free agency or backup roles. We've already talked about Justin Fields. He's kind of like wasted. I've put a wasted year with the New York Jets, but in reality, he wasted a couple of years with the Bears as well while they tried to figure their shit out.
Yeah.
So for him to have gone through so many years, and he was quite exciting, and I quite like the guy, and he had that flash for the Steelers for a few weeks while Russ was out. So all of those wasted years do add up, and look, he's going to just end up being a backup for a while. He could Geno his way out and do all right, like we've said, but at the end of the day, it is kind of sad that you lose somebody to a backup role, somebody who has been a starter in that kind of thing. Same, I've got Michael Penix in that kind of thing. The main reason I've written this here is because when he was drafted, he was obviously just sat behind. Was he behind Kirk Cousins at the time?
Yeah, he got injured, didn't he? Did he get injured? Obviously, he was injured, wasn't he?
He got injured his rookie season, and then Kirk was brought in on that absolute monster deal.
Yeah.
So he was going to sit behind him, and then it's been flip flop. Who are we going to do this week? Is it going to be Kirk the main man or Michael? Well, Michael needs his time. So. And
at the time, the Broncos could have done with a more competent QB. So me being me, I traded Penix over to the Broncos in Madden, and honest to God, it was ridiculous. Like the difference that it made. And I play all pro on Madden. I ain't no chump. All right. I just not out here. Like I've got to like pick my plays and things. I don't know anything about defense, but I can sack a QB. So yeah, just seeing that, I mean, like I got myself excited for Penix, and I was like, I really hate that he's stuck on the Falcons because this means realistically I shouldn't be able to like cheer for the guy. And now, he's landing obscurity, and I still think there probably could have been something there, but he's not likely to break out. He may end up, I was going to say as like a Raider or something, but that's not going to happen now. So I need a new whipping boy for where QBs go to maybe have like a prove it deal and move on from there. Answers on the back of the postcard, actually.
The Dolphins.
Yeah. Malik Willis is going to be fine.
Where teams go to have a prove it deal?
Where, like, once upon a time, it'd be like, oh, Penix is doing no good. Oh, the Raiders will pick him up and start him for a year, and either he'll be good or he won't be. But I can't do that now because Mendoza's going to be there. So where would a Penix go to start? I don't think the Dolphins. Well, yeah, I suppose Kyler Murray type.
And Sam Darnold did it as well.
And Sam Darnold, yeah. And they're just going to cycle in like every year to be like monster of the week.
Just walk in, spit on JJ, outperform him, and just go, peace out.
yeah. Still not good enough.
Yeah.
And then the final one on all of that, because I mentioned lose people to free agency. Now, this isn't necessarily losing a player to a different team through free agency, but I'm specifically talking about Mixon getting cut and just being now a free agent. And that does make me sad because I like Joe Mixon quite a bunch, to be honest with you. And he was an absolute steal a couple of years ago for when he first started with the Texans in a fantasy sense. So I got well behind it. And like two of our close friends are like Steelers and Browns fans. So they automatically didn't like Mixon because he was a Bengal. Me, however, I'm like, no, hear me out, guys. And they're like, no, don't like him, can't watch him, hate that stuff. But So him just being like sat in obscurity rubs me up the wrong way, and that also makes me sad. Alex, you got any sadness in there you want to get out? This healing journey. Do you need feed the ducks music? Okay.
I would like that, please. Jerry Jones. It just makes me sad. Just Jerry Jones.
I'm not wasting the ducks on Jerry Jones. Go on.
There are no other owners like Jerry Jones.
There aren't.
Or GMs. There really aren't. And just not in a, oh, wow, I'm crying kind of thing for Jerry Jones. And just, why, Jerry? Why are we doing this, man? Like, it's just a bit sad for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sad not in a crying motion. Just sad as in, like, stop it. Just stop.
You sad old man, Jerry Jones.
Yeah. Stop being a pick-me boy. Please.
You tell him. I'm clipping that out. I'm sending it to Jerry.
His quote this week just really rubbed me up the wrong way, as we've mentioned quite a couple of times already. I'll tell you, when you have the challenges we had last year, there's no place to go but up on the defensive side of the ball. If we played a lick of defense last year, we would have had ourselves a real playoff run. You did play a lick of defense, Jerry. Your offense sucked.
Yeah.
No, it was the other way around. Their defense sucked. Pickens balled last year.
One
and so
guy.
Did Javonte.
One guy.
Oh.
Dak, we had some of the conversations to Dak like being MVP like by week 5. That fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
And to be fair, the one place I will give them credit was special teams. And that's because Brandon Aubrey's a baller.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And a full kicking machine. But Jerry Jones makes me sad. And
why is he out here saying if we played, quote, a lick of defense last year? As if he's not the owner of the damn team.
They had a really good defensive end. What happened to him?
Oh, I remember. He's a Packer now.
Yeah, and he really wanted to sign with the Cowboys. He was desperate to sign with the Cowboys for less than he signed with the Packers.
Yes.
And you're like, nah.
And
you're a muppet.
Yeah, and Jer couldn't come to agreement like a man over a cigar at a handshake. Pretty certain there was the odd racist comment in there, and he definitely got everyone's name wrong. So, yeah, Jerry Jones is a sad man. It's a good way of using sadness. He's a sad, sad man. Boo, Jerry Jones. Not boo-hoo, Jerry Jones.
There you go.
Pete Million.
I'm going to kind of zig where you zagged earlier on. I've got to talk about Malik Willis.
Godchild, the second coming.
And he looked so good. He looked so good and so dangerous in Green Bay. And you thought, this is the opportunity for him to really prove it and build on that potential that he's shown in college, go somewhere. He got a much lower deal for a start than he was expecting to get out of the teams. The talk was 30 million, it was like 22.5 million, so it was cheaper. But then he's gone to the Finns, and they suck. And they've traded away. They got rid of
many players.
Yeah, got rid of Tariq. They've got rid of General. They've got rid of all of his weapons. If Achan does go, then so just this is it. His receiving room right now: Tutu Atwell, Jalen Tolbert.
They picked up Tutu Atwell. Oh,
yeah.
I'm actually quite pleased for Tutu Atwell, to be fair.
He's probably their best player.
Why did you say for one for the Miami Dolphins?
Yeah. Him, Tolbert, and Terrace Marshall Jr. And you've got Malik Washington, Taj Washington, Theo Weiss Jr., and AJ Hennig. I've never heard those names before in my life.
No, absolutely not.
He's got nobody to throw to. That offense is going to be so one-dimensional. They'll probably pick up a wide receiver in the draft because it's wide receiver heavy and they've got the picks. But it's still a rookie, and I really, really hate that for him. And this is kind of like his last chance to prove it. This is his feels to the Jets type thing of he really needs to prove it this year, and he's not been given the tools to do it. And what's worse is you've got 3 at least teams that seem to be actively tanking. So from a Finn, if you look at that from the Finns' point of view, they are actively trying to lose so that they can draft his replacement. Now they've got the cool thing of the insurance of if he's good, then they don't necessarily have to draft Arch, and they get the first overall pick. If he looks promising, then they can trade back and build around Malik and get an absolute haul. But it's very, very unlikely. More likely is he looks bad, they look bad, but they're probably not quite good enough to get first. They might get second or third, and they miss out on everything, and everybody loses, which is more likely what happens. It's become a much worse situation for him than I thought, and I really don't like it. And they've lost a load of defensive players as well, so they're going to give up shed load of points on defense. So he's going to have to throw the ball and not use his legs as much, and he's throwing it to a bunch of Jags.
And the mock drafts I've just checked too. So Sports Illustrated have them having Jordan Tyson, and so does Mel Kiper Jr. from ESPN. Now Jordan Tyson's good, but he's not a number one wide receiver. He's 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, they haven't got anyone to throw the ball to in big game situations. They are going to really suck, and that division is going to be perfectly balanced because the Bills and the Patriots are going to be really good, and the Jets and Dolphins are going to suck.
Like Thanos' knife.
Absolutely.
Perfectly balanced. I disagree with the sadness there because I am a positive person, and I was pleased that he went from backup to starter at a team a lot of people love. Like if he just does a couple of simple things, they've got enough fans, like nationally, internationally. Like Ace Ventura did a great number on the UK fan base to get them over on this side. Plus the 80s was the thing. So yeah, I'm actually quite pleased, and I bet he's dead chuffed with himself. And again, there's very little tax to pay in Florida, so well done, Malik. Alex, go on, give us your. You've done your mock drafts, so weird. It was part of it. So I'm going to end this sad train March sadness with every time I search for a Saints GIF, it always has the non-INT highlight as a top option, and I found out recently that I can add GIFs into our thing. So every time I search for a Saints GIF, this is what I get. I get reminded constantly that wasn't pass interference.
I see a clean tackle there.
I'm so still mad at this. And every time I just want to, like, there's some like positive Saints news, and I want to use a Saints GIF. And 2 of the top 3 have
Minnesota Miracle?
No, God. No, that keeps ending up in the top 10 like plays whenever I see it. God, I can't remember his name. Has a wonderful horse, eats a W.
Jameis.
Yeah,
Jameis. Yeah. So a bunch of like the Saints GIFs are just Jameis Winston getting in the way of Drew Brees or doing his weird little tippy tappy dance in the end zone. And then it's this. This is what we get. This is, you just search Saints in WhatsApp, and outside of stuff that has nothing to do with the team, I get to watch this bullshit. And that makes me sad every single time, because absolutely should have been in the Super Bowl that year, because they squandered it completely and scored 3 points when they actually made it there. It was a travesty.
I don't know. I've just searched it, and I've got Cam Jordan doing a weird dance.
Oh, Cam Jordan's the one actual highlight in there. It might just be my algorithm trying to punish me. There's like a weird Kool-Aid advert. There's Alvin Kamara looking weird at something. And this.
Yeah.
And I've realized that this is the first actual football highlight we've ever shown on this show. So I've cursed the podcast with that GIF.
And just to make it full circle for what we were saying earlier on, Cam Jordan has now left the Saints as well. Just become a free agent, hasn't he, this offseason? Well, lost a hero.
Isn't he like 42?
He's 36.
and a half.
Yeah, it's just as
Look,
old.
he wasn't going to last forever. He held on as long as he could to try and get a Super Bowl, and he did not. So fair enough.
Yeah.
Does he get a Ring of Honor from the Saints then? You think?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it will do, I think.
On multiple haircuts alone, I think, like, just from from that, like, I love seeing his like different picture every year of him like coming up. I will kind of miss that from him. And there we go. We've got the sadness out the way. Next week, acceptance. So, you know, we're out the end of the tunnel. We'll be less than a month. We'll be 4 weeks away from the NFL draft, which means big board time. Alex, look at the space that you've got next to you. There's a big board in your future. I can see it, but don't reveal it. Everything's a question mark, and then we'll do one big board from Alex. The week of the draft. Well, it's the thing that both of our viewers have been waiting for in this offseason. It's Alex's big board. It is coming. I cannot wait. Any final thoughts, you beautiful bastards?
Thank you for the catharsis.
That's it.
It's been beautiful to get this off my chest.
Yeah. It's been 4 weeks of weird ups and downs. And hopefully next week we can just accept that the off-season is a thing and we can move past it.
Yeah.
It's good.
I'll just be
And with
the
that-
regular champion.
Namaste. Cool outro, Fraser. It's very good. For some reason, I unlocked my iPad and the picture was sad Joe Flacco. So that's what I've gone with. Is it Red Nose Day in Alex's house? I don't know. Pete's got a close up and we are out.